what's up, guys? I just started to make a video while I'm driving on a long distance drive right now because I'm being inspired, and I recently saw the range of gas on my car mileage that said Numerology 399, and from what I believe and take of this number 399 is if you have light worker knowledge that you should share it with the world. And I decided to make this quick video, not in detail because that'll take too long and I should separate up these videos, but I'm going to make detailed videos. I'm going to make this video on numerology numbers, I guess from 000 all the way to 999, and this is just a brief video, but I decided to share my temporary experiences on this video. So whenever I see 000, it's an indication to me that what I take from this is that 0 relates to nothing and infinity at the same time. So I just think about my soul and whatever things I'm worried about in life. It's just like a wake-up call reminder that, you know what, it's not going to be the end. And if I had to think to the worst case scenario about me thinking about me not living my life up to the fullest and then I end up dying and this life is over, that no, it's not the end. It's just, a phase, and then you're going to just keep going on forever and ever and ever. So that's just what I get when I see 000, that, you know what, don't worry about it. There will always be those good times because, you're infinity, your soul. So now when I see 111, there's some strange things I get with 111. I look at this as an instant manifestation. There's been times where I'm like out of nowhere, I just feel like I need to use the bathroom. And then I think in my head, oh gosh, I need to use the bathroom. And then I just turn my head and I'm like, oh wow, there's just a toilet right there, like literally a bathroom right there. And then I look at the clock or something and I see 111, or I see it on a sign or something. And I'm like, okay, that's instant manifestation. Or sometimes I'm on the highway and I feel this urgency to change lanes because of how the other cars are maneuvering around me. And then I just naturally switch without thinking about it too much. Like I subconsciously just switch lanes naturally and smoothly. And then I look and I see a 111 from somewhere. So I look at 111 as an instant manifestation. And funny enough, while I'm not paying attention, I'm going 111 right now of kilometers per hour driving. Oh man, that's so interesting. So when I see a 222, I know some meanings behind it. Like they say that you need to find balance when you see 222, and I get confused with that part of it. But whenever like I'm dealing with some stranger, let's say from Craigslist or Kijiji, or I'm about to buy something and I don't know if I can really trust this person, I'll see a 222. Or if I'm lacking faith in something, I'll see a 222, which means this is the right time when you need to have faith. And what I also get from 222 is when I'm meeting somebody new, or I'm walking across a stranger, or I'm about to do business with somebody, a 222 means to me a high potential of a friendship or a good relationship, or any type of kind of important relationship that could develop between me and this stranger, which means I should be able to trust that person. So that's to me a good sign for somebody who usually is somebody who's afraid of strangers, or they're not sure if they can trust a certain person, and you see 222. So to me, that's also a good sign. Also, when I'm going through a crisis and I'm going to need help with something, I will see a 222, and then all of a sudden either I'll contact somebody who I know, or they'll contact me out of nowhere, and either when I need the help, my friend will go out their way to help me that day, or it'll be vice versa, or I'll go out my way to help my friend that day. Because it also 222 means important relationships, especially if you're associating 222 with somebody that you already know. So if somebody can help you with a crisis, you may see 222 there, which means that you're gonna get help later on by somebody who you have an important relationship with, or probably even a stranger when you see that 222. So that's a part of what 222 means to me. So now when I see 333, how my experiences go with this, sometimes whenever I'm setting an intention out to find something, especially knowing the fact that I'm a collector and I like to buy and collect things, I will see a 333. Even if it's to seek out something or to buy, I don't know, I like to link this to this, or a winning lottery ticket, or to find that rare car or equipment that I need. Sometimes I'll see a 333, or that rare video game, and I'll see a 333, and then sometimes weeks or months later, or even the same day later, when I actually find what I'm looking for, the clock will either see 333, or after I buy it, it'll be on the receipt, or I'll just see it from somewhere. So usually when I find what I seek, or I'm re-seeking again because I thought I found it, I will see numerology 333. So I find that magical and very interesting, that whole mind, body, and spirit number. Really powerful one, I must say. 333. And also when I'm in a situation where I have to make a big important decision, that's also when you'll see a 333. Now I'm going to go on to the next one, Seek 333. I remember I saw somebody on the road that had that license plate. It said SEEK space 333. Now 444, that number used to creep me out because I know 4 can be associated with the number of death, and death, that's where the Hebrew word came from, the number 4. But anyways, 4, that can be so far from the truth when you see 444. It's a protection number. All is good. Whenever I'm worried about something and I see 444, it means everything's okay. You don't need to check up on it. You know, your angels here, they already checked up on it 40. So when I see 444 and I'm concerned about something, or I think someone's probably gonna, I don't know, steal something from me or break into my car, or my strange sounding tires gonna go flat on the road as I'm driving my car, when I see 444, that means I don't need to worry about it. All is good. Or if I'm worried I'm gonna get in trouble for something, or busted for something, or I'm gonna get pulled over by the cops because I feel like, you know, something's gonna happen, and I see 444, it means don't worry about it. It's not gonna happen. You're safe. So 444 is a nice, beautiful number. It's a protection number. I remember one time I was parking in a parking lot and to go to the grocery store, and I ended up parking, you know, behind a car that said 444. Because I was thinking about these worried thoughts about somebody banging the side of their car door into mine. And then when I went to the grocery store and came back out, I'm like, holy crap. The guy who parked his car a few cars away from me, his brand new $60,000 blue color Cadillac, some lady in her crappy car whammed the side of her car door into theirs, and then the guy was in distress. And then he waited for the lady to come to the store, and a big fight started. And I'm like, holy crap. And I had to just talk to that guy for a while. That guy was not on the protection number, and I was. And it's funny, I'm cautiously aware of where I parked my car. And that guy did not have the protection of 444. So I felt bad for that guy. So that's how you know that when you see a 444, you should be in great hands. I remember one time I bit down on something. I could swear I broke my tooth, and then I saw 444. But later on, my tooth was just fine, and I saw 444. Now, this one's a big one for me. I do a lot of long distance driving, so I see a lot of 555s. It means that whatever plans that, or what you think is about to happen, or where you're about to go next, or whatever, or what you're about to buy next, it's gonna change. I could go on forever explaining stories on 555. I remember one time I was helping my cousin move, and then he said, you know what, let's just not take the U-Haul truck and leave off here. Let's go all the way back upstairs to the building and use the bathroom. I remember that my head just turned to the right, and I saw this paper sign stuck onto the wall right next to the elevator, and I saw it, my eyes picked out the 555 and the phone number on the piece of paper. I'm like, oh gosh, this is gonna change the event of the rest of the evening. And I believe it did. It was just, it ended up being late and all this other stuff later on during the day, and that's a change. So doing another time when I saw 555 is a lot of times I'll get warnings up ahead. One time I saw this car I wanted to buy, and just one block away before I could turn into the dealership, because I went to check the car before, and I thought the car was all cleared out and trustable and everything. The car proof report, the Carfax on it was all perfect. I saw a 555 on the license plate of the car in front of me before the stoplight. I'm like, oh goodness, what's gonna change now? So later on, surprisingly, and earlier that day, I set the intention that this car is mine. So I made the universe, I made everything paid attention to that car being mine. So now the 555 came up before I got to the dealership. And guess what? I literally was less than 1 minute away from losing that car because the other people came to see the car. And they were angry as hell at me because I beat them to it by less than a minute. Because early on during the week, I said with the intention that car is mine. So the universe already set up a situation for me to give me the guaranteed chance of getting that car if I want that car. But I saw 555 the last time I came to check up on the car to make sure that I wanted this car to buy. And I said, oh gosh, what's gonna happen now? I re-inspect the car again, and later on I found out that there was a secret car accident that I don't believe was reported by the police. And I found a secret car accident on the car. The headlight was damaged and didn't show properly within between the front bumper. I'm like, wow. And then I said, I changed my mind. 555. Surprisingly, just later on that evening, that car sold because I know the people who came after me, they ended up buying that car. And I don't think they caught the fact that there was a secret hidden car accident on that car. So I've been into a lot of crazy weird situations with 555. One time I kept seeing 555 on the way of me going to somewhere, and before I went, I stopped by this grocery store that I already knew I was going to be going to first, so I knew that wasn't the 555. It wasn't a detour. When you make a detour, you will also see a 555 usually on the way of the road when you're doing that. But when I got to the grocery store and I did shopping, I kept seeing 555. I ended up buying a lottery ticket at that gas station, and in the codes of the ticket number, it said 555, and it was at 5:55 p.m. also on the clock. I'm like, oh my goodness, what's going to change now? It didn't relate to the lottery though, so it wasn't a 555. My life is going to change. I won the lottery. But later on that day, when I got home to the place, I realized that I bought something that had a secret tear in it and the food was expired. So what that meant was that I was gonna go back to that grocery store, and then yeah, that was the change, me revisiting that grocery store. One time I had to take my aunt to the doctor. We kept seeing cars passing by us with 555 on the license plate. I'm like, oh boy, what's gonna change now? By the time we got to the doctor's office, the place was closed down out of nowhere. I don't know why, but the place was closed. So that was the change. I can keep going with these 555s, but that's what you'll get when you see 555. You're either gonna change your mind upon something, or something's gonna change upon you. So the Virgo in 555 is letting you know that your plans ain't gonna work out. So now 666. This one's a little tricky. You can see this for multiple reasons. And I'm not linking this to the beast number, though you can come look into that 666 versus 666 that's going on now in today's world. So when you, some of the reasons when you see 666 is it relates to most likely there's a possibility later on that day that you're going to be hanging out with family, because Libra Taurus is on the number 6 and Taurus is family oriented. So that happens to me sometimes when I see 666 or 6,666. When I'm worried about money, I see 666. When I'm worried about money. Whenever I'm setting an intention and I didn't visualize it properly, 666 may come up in show, and what that message is telling you is that your thoughts weren't clear. You didn't set the intention out properly. Try again. If you buy a lottery ticket and you see 666 somewhere on the lottery ticket in the on the ticket number, or you get $6.66 change of all the stuff you bought with a lottery ticket, that could be telling you straight up that that's a loser ticket. Try again. You worry too much about money. You're too attached right now. Money's not coming right now. So those are some things that you will see with 666. I know there's other meanings to 666, but when it just pops out to you in the middle of out of nowhere, just think about family, relationships, even fertility if you want. Think about you're too worried about money right now. Take a break from that. In fact, there's even a possibility that the next time I see 666, not only should I not worry about money, it's probably telling me, you know what? This is the perfect time not only to not worry about money, just spend that damn money right now and stop worrying about it and then just enjoy. Like, for example, let's say you want to buy something online with your credit card. You're like, oh gosh, I'm worried about how much money I'm spending right now, and you see 666 somewhere. You know what? That's telling you that you're worrying about money and you're being too attached right now. So either don't buy it or buy it and enjoy the abundance with it. Do not worry about money right now. It will come later. It's not coming right now. So that's some of the messages I get with 666. Now, when I see 777, some of the meanings behind it I get is whenever I'm thinking about a very wise, intelligent thought, that's a deep thought, I will see 777. And sometimes I wonder in my own personal world of sometimes when I'm trying to clarify an answer or something, or I rethink of something, especially of somebody, or I get in tune with their nature, or I think of some form of high inspiration or some wisdom, wise thought I'm thinking of, I will see 777. But sometimes I wonder if it's a way to verify that you've gotten the answer for something without needing evidence, because it's like a high wisdom intuition number, I notice. And another thing I notice about 777 sometimes when I see it is when I'm hoping for some type of positive event to play out during my day, and I see a 777 first, if it's linked to the right hopeful thought of what I want to happen throughout the day, what 777 is telling me is that your manifestation has already happened. It's already going to happen no matter what. And this has happened to me many times before. One time I decided to go on my last day to work because I gave my 2 weeks notice, and I went in the hope that everything will be written up for me and I do the exit interview. And then I saw the 777 on my mileage when I parked the car before I shut the car off. I thought, As soon as I walked into the building, the manager said, don't worry, I already did everything for you. The exit interview is already done, everything's already good. I thought that was kind of weird because I thought I had to be there for the exit interview, so I don't know if he did anything illegal. But everything was already done for me and I just left. And one time, me and my friend went out and he was looking for these specific tire sizes because he needed to get them by a certain time and he got a special discount if you could find them. We couldn't find them for the longest time in the store, and he was looking for them earlier during the week. But funny enough, he ended up giving me, he had extra discounts, so he ended up making me be able to buy something. So when I specifically picked out this video game I decided to buy to save 20%, the change I got on it had $7.77, and I'm like, wait a sec, what the hell? And then he just felt the urge to go look back into the tire section of the Mr. Lube place. And guess what? We found 5 tires hidden like a needle in a haystack of the place, and he found the tires there. So his future manifestation of finding those tires ended up happening the same day after we saw 777 on the receipt. So these are some things I get from the number 777. I have many more examples of this, but that's what I get from my experiences of 777. Now 888. I remember one time I dropped my friend off at the airport, and then I wasn't sure if we were at the right station, so I just held off and I didn't drive off, and I waited there for 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden I realized that the car in front of me had an 888 on the license plate. And then out of nowhere, she just came running out of the place with her suitcase saying, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you didn't leave. You just, you know what I mean? I just saved a whole situation of time being wasted. 888, that is abundance, saving time. Another example of this is one time the neighbor came out and knocked on the door and asked me if this was my car, and I said yes. And he said, can you please park in my driveway? All the trucks, special trucks here are coming here to do the spring cleaning on the road. And then I wasn't sure if I should trust a stranger or whatever. And usually parking is hard to find in that place. But I saw an 888 on the sign, and I parked my car there, and my car was safe. So I got a free parking spot just like that with 888. So once again, that's abundance. It's usually free stuff. It's not like the big money that I think 8,888 is supposed to give you, but 888 is just abundance in general. One time I was thinking about this special Christmas pants that I wanted to buy, and I forgot to buy it, but I knew that I could count on my mom to go to that store and pick it up for me and buy it for me, because I couldn't turn back and get it because I was on a road trip to deal something out of town. So as I was thinking about that in my head, a car flew past by me, and the license plate had 888 on it. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. I'm linking my thoughts to abundance. And then after I just called my mom, told her where to go pick it up, and she did, and I got my pants. These rare special Christmas pants that were all discontinued. And just like that, when you're thinking about certain ways how to save money, you may just see an 888 showing you that your thoughts are aligned with abundance right now, and if you go through with this, it's gonna happen. Another time when I saw 888 is one time I was doing this agency jobs thing. So I agreed to work the next day at this place, and I ended up waiting there for like 30 minutes, and they're like, hold off, you can't work yet, your manager hasn't came yet. And I'm like, what's going on here? I was getting a little frustrated, me and this other guy, because we just lost 30 minutes of making money, right? And then all of a sudden, I saw an 888 somewhere on a wall thing. I'm like, I wonder what's gonna happen next. And then like 10 minutes later, the other contractor said how, your manager can't make it today, so you guys can go home, you're getting paid for the full day. And I'm just like, wow. And I got paid for that, for just standing up for about 40 minutes, and I just left, and I got paid for the whole day. 888, that is abundance right there for you. There are more examples of this. There's a ton I could give you. There was one more I was gonna give, but I just can't remember it right now. 888. But it's just free stuff. Or when somebody saves you from losing money or whatever, it's 888. So that's what I get from 888. Now 999, I'm not too familiar with this one, but I always thought that when you see 999, one of the wake-up calls you should get from 999 is keep a check on your health. And I could be completely wrong with this, but I know 9 is associated with humanitarianism and health awareness. So I always thought that when you see 999, you should be aware of, your health or your diet or what can happen next. You know what? Now I remember one example of something. I remember one time I saw 999 and I didn't pay attention to it right in the moment, and I ended up tripping over somewhere, and then I ended up cutting at myself, injuring myself. And I wonder if that was a warning that I'm about to just go and screw up with something, or maybe you might see 999 before you end up eating some bad restaurant food or something, and then it just makes you sick for a while. I don't know, but I did have that incident with C999, and then I didn't pay attention to it, and then I ended up, injuring myself. So that's some of the ideas I get with when I see 999. But of course, 999 relates, of course, to whatever. If you can link it to whatever thoughts you were just going through, or what you're about to go through next, something's supposed to just end up being a closure, and tying up loose strings to things. It means endings to something. So that's another thing you get with that. And then of course, it could be a warning, I guess, that a future relationship or something could just end, or a friendship or a relationship or just a situation or something. It doesn't mean it has to be a bad thing. It could be a good thing, either bad or good. So that's what I get from the numbers 999. So these are my personal experiences of what I've seen and what I've experienced between the numbers 000 all the way to 999. And I have a lot of experience of a lot of these numbers. For each individual set of, 111, 222, 333, even some, like, for example, 5,555 and, 6,666 and stuff like that. So I would have to make more in-depth, detailed videos on each individual number set like this. And then, of course, there's the double digits like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 77, 88, 99. I could eventually get more knowledge on that and make videos of that as well, like other people. But thanks for, watching this video, and I hope my experiences will help you with this. I know about other set numbers I'm going to be teaching you guys and telling you about my experiences with in other future videos like 818 and 933. But anyways, this video sums it up for this, and I'm glad I could share this knowledge with you, and have a great day. And I hope I can help raise up your awareness level even more. So take care, and thanks for watching.